A lot of people think Don and I know each other better than we do. We don't. While I was there to be a service to Don and his family, Don thought it would be better to run off and smoke crack the whole time I was gone. There's even an informational missing persons report made on him so that it didn't go over the air and YouTube grab a hold to it. Then I left, came home, and on the 22nd, this fool ran off again and was gone. He spent Christmas out there smoking crack, running around with hookers and shit, coming back with lipstick and panties in the car and shit, coming home cracked out of his fucking mind. So I'm like, Donnie, you got to go to a rehab, bro. Probation called today. They want some piss. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fucking CPS is playing with your hair. They could play with your piss and next week you'll be good. But they start pulling hairs and shit, and that's going back 9, 10 months, 11 months. Why you keep fucking smoking that shit? Knowing they're going to play with your hair, bro. Mouth swab, too. That fool was a missing person while I was there. They were supposed to go see their boys for Christmas. Take them some toys. I left money for the boys' Christmas. Why don't you know she fucked that money off in about 2-3 days. Didn't even go see the boys. Fucked around and used up the money. Don went and smoked crack. Candace sat there and had a pity party. Why is it that I'm an ex-addict? This shit is destroyed my life. You don't see me resorting to no fucking hard narcotics and drinking and hookers and all kind of shit. I do believe Don couldn't handle being private with me. He knew. He knew I was going to see it. I took that man down to a fucking rehab. We went in. We filled out the paperwork. They told this fool he couldn't have a cigarette. Until after he saw the doctor. After he saw the doctor, he got a cigarette. They got to take blood pressure, lab work, all that shit. This fool's still high on that shit. He didn't want to sit in no rehab. He liked the idea of a rehab because I had talked him into the idea of a rehab. He heard he couldn't fucking have no cigarette. He was at that door pushing that thing. And you know they got one of them. And he's pushing the door. He's like, open the fucking door. And I'm looking at the dude and I'm like, sorry, bro. The little man right there, he didn't even know. I'm like, do you know who that is? And he's like, no, I don't. And I was like, that's Don Wells. And he goes, Don Wells. And I was like, yeah, the man whose daughter, the police say, wandered away from the house. And he was like, oh, okay. 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 Went in the parking lot. Just me, Candace, and Don. And I begged and I pleaded with that man to go inside that building again. And I said, Don, the answer is right inside of that door. I said, bro, they're going to let you get a cigarette. Just go in there, man. Go in there, sit down for a minute. Get your fucking bullshit back together. Get the bullshit out of your head. Get fucking well. Come home and hang the fucking drywall in your own cock-sucking house so your boys can come home. Yeah, there's no phone. That's right, Choco. Don didn't have a phone. You're right. He did all this fucking YouTubing and shit from his go-go Inspector Gadget hand. Fucking dumbass. Then he says, dumbass comes to the line and says dumbass shit like, yeah, I bought $3,000 worth of cocaine and gave it away to prove that I didn't have to trade my daughter for drugs. So if that was the case, Don, that would have made 2 times you had a lot of drugs. Because we know about a month before Summer went missing, you went down to Knoxville with about $300. And you came back with what she said was a wad of crack. And she told you get that shit out the house or she's going to call the police. So you went down through the holler party and smoking, giving it away and shit, came back to the house. Then Summer goes missing. Then you would have bought the second batch of crack to give away, this time to prove you didn't trade your daughter for drugs. I want to believe there was 2 separate large crack transactions, but I just don't think there was. I think there was one transaction, and the man is spinning when it happened and why it happened to after the abduction. Turn that phone in, you guys. Turn that information in. There would have to be a badder motherfucker on that hill than the 2 of y'all. Because I want the little girl so much, I'm willing to burn my own cover.